done lessons from the bike before, and I wanted to share my latest reflection from my bicycling moments. And oddly enough, it's taken a long time, but I'm finally riding a tandem. And it's only been a couple of months, but I've had a couple of really core reflections about riding on a tandem. Now, when you're riding on your own, you are fully in control. You really are an individual contributor. And what you put in is what you get out. But when you're on a tandem, it's completely different. The first thing that was really struck us as a bit of a surprise is you have to be quite communicative when you're in a new tandem relationship. Now, I'm riding with my husband, so you'd think we'd be good at this, but we had to be very intentional about agreeing on our ground rules. So which side we were going to get on the bicycle, which foot are we going to put down, which pedal is going to come up first. And when we'd power down, there was a lot of communication that needed to take place initially. The first time we got together on that bicycle, we really had to talk, and there was some conflict. There was really that forming stage of a new team where we really needed to be increasing our communication, whereas before we hardly needed to talk at all because we were both doing our ride individually. And that need to communicate and agree on how we were going to do things is so relevant for any new relationship, whether it's in a team setting, or it's a new manager and an employee, or even a new joiner coming into a team. Increasing the level of communication to clarify how things get done, or agreeing on how we will do things in this new team, is abundantly clear that it's needed not only in a team but also on a tandem. The second thing that struck me in my new world of tandeming is that we go like the blazers downhill and we don't on an uphill. We really take far more strain going uphill because there's two people and a bike and it's heavier. And it did make me think about how when you're working together in a team, there are times when as a team you can accelerate because you've got the power and momentum of everybody working together and moving fast and forward. But there are also times when it's actually slower in a team, and it would be better if you were apart on single bikes. But you're in the team now, you can't exactly get off. So to acknowledge that in teams, we have moments where we accelerate and there are moments when we have to just dig in and pedal it out, knowing that there will be a downhill in the future where we can really make up that time and accelerate past people. And the third thing that has struck me is I'm used to riding my own bike, which means I have to be fully responsible for avoiding potholes and stopping at the robots and taking my foot out of the cleat, etc., etc. But on a tandem, I'm very happily sitting on the back, which means I'm relinquishing control to the person at the front, who in this case is my husband, and I trust him implicitly, so relinquishing that control is easy. But if I didn't trust the person who was making those decisions, I don't know how happy I would be sitting on the back. So it is a call to leaders, and it is a call out to people leading teams, that most of us, regardless of who we are and our background and experience, are happy to relinquish control if we trust you and if we can sense that you have our best interests at heart. And we'd like you to take decisions, we'd like you to lead, but it is a question of, can we trust you? And do you have our trust? And then we'd happily sit back and be led and just do the work, do the grind, pedal our little hearts out. So those are my reflections from my recent foray into the world of tandem cycling. And hopefully they've made you think a little bit about teaming, relationships, and leadership.